I'm not going to count a single calorie today. I'm not going to count a single calorie tomorrow. I didn't count any calories yesterday. I am carb maxing my life up because I am not counting a single calorie. Why would I? Why would I waste my time complicating my life instead of just carbing the F up, get things done in my day, accomplish the tasks, do the workout, be the message, talk to the people, socialize, handle the stress, rest, sleep, hydrate, carb up. That's really all that you need. And if you're gonna sit there and count calories and worry about this and worry about that, the only thing that you should ever minimize or count, especially if you're on the road to lean out, gain muscle, gain fitness, lose fat, then it's going to be to count those fat grams that you're getting in your day. The easiest way to avoid fat is to eat the food that you make and have as much sugar as you can during the day. So then at night, you smash a little boiled potatoes, roasted potatoes, ketchup, whatever, a little barbecue sauce if you like that. Figure it out somewhere where you have a high sugar sauce with zero fat or minimal fat as possible, no oil, and you got your rice, you got a little soy sauce if that makes you happy. I'm not gonna harp on that. If you're keeping everything low fat and then you want to refine the diet even more, then work on the salt. But if you're just trying to get this diet going, if you're just trying to figure out how this high carb, low fat's gonna work for me, then the fat is the most important thing to minimize. So make sure you hydrate in the morning, have a big glass of water, at least 500 mils up to a liter, and then have your sugar. If it's applesauce, if it's lemonade, if it's banana smoothie, if it's a liter of juice before you move on to the next thing, if it's dried mangoes, if it's fresh fruit, those are all beautiful, hydrating, juicy things that you need to eat every single day to ensure that you have good bowel movements, clear skin, bright eyes, vital attitude, and you just got the energy to do what you need to do without dragging. People wake up tired. That's what I have noticed, is people just wake up from a energy deficit that could be months, years, and especially these young parents. Both of my brothers have kids that are under 10, two kids that are under 10 years old. My one brother has a 3.5 and a 2-year-old, and my other brother has a 7 and a 5-year-old. So they are essentially raising children and going to work full time, and their wives are also working. So their kids are going into daycare now, and then they're taking care of them at night. But it's like the kids have so much energy, and the kids desire so much attention and care and guidance from their parents that when they only get a couple hours a day, it hurts them too, because they want to stay up later and they want to hang out more. But that's besides the point. These people wake up tired, and even people who are retired, even people who have lived a full life according to society and culture and everything else, they're waking up tired too from decades of energy deficit, not replenishing the carbs, not replenishing the water, the rest, not getting enough fitness in. And then on top of that, it's like too much protein, too much fat, not enough calories, too much coffee, skipping sleep, drinking alcohol, maybe more frequently during some seasons than others, or whatever it is. And it's just a constant. You know, my brother looked at me yesterday and he's like, I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to do what I'm doing right now. I don't want to do it anymore. It was a clear sign to me that he was just like, whatever you're doing, Lauren, don't stop. You know, he kind of said like, aren't you like lonely and unfulfilled? And I thought, is that a projection? Like, Are you a little lonely right now? Are you a little unfulfilled? Because the family life that was sold to you is a little more difficult than you thought. And what does the wife do? What does the husband do? And are you guys on the same page when you talk to the kids? Are you guys on the same page when you take care of the kids? Are you both carbing up? Do you eat the same? Do you fitness the same? There's got to be some kind of correlation between the two. I ain't counting no more calories. I'm not worrying about this diet. You know what I'm doing? Carbing up, getting it done, and then pursuing what's important that day. That's all. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. So if you can't get your day started right, the rest of your day is just going to go on a downward spiral from there. So that's what the carbs gives you. That's what the energy, that's what the lust for life gives you. That's what the good attitude gives you. These are all really, really important things to lead a life that's worth living. And I find that most people just want to be happy. This is what I've heard a lot too lately. I just want you to be happy. And I just want to be happy. And it's like, okay, well, how are you going to be happy? You're just going to sit there and it's just going to be, I'm happy now. I'm pretty sure anything worth pursuing, like happiness, actually comes through with work. Actually comes through with you doing something, suffering, enduring, pushing yourself to the edge, to the brink, in the sense of fitness, in the sense of getting the thing done that you need to get done on your own. You're not seeking help, you're not whining, you're not crying, you're just asking for help if needed, if you don't know something. But if you can do it on your own, you're doing it on your own. So anything worth pursuing requires work. So I think what most people are looking for is the energy to do the work, to then be satisfied with their output, and then they're happy. This is what people are seeking. Something that gives them purpose, something that gives them a source of struggle with accomplishment. And you can't do any of that if your adrenaline is shot, if your sleep is poor, if your thyroid is inconsistent, if your hormones are out of whack, if you're confused about why you're living the life you're living, if you're in a place and it doesn't make sense to you and you look around and you see the people and you go, I don't relate with any of these people, I'm not living the same life as all these people, I don't know what I'm doing here. You gotta change something. If you're not happy with your relationships, change. If you're not happy with your job, change. If you're not happy with yourself, do something about it. And the first step is going to be to hydrate, rest, fitness, carb up. Those are the non-negotiables. Those are the things that need to get done. You need to have sugar. You need to have enough sugar. Enough. You need to have enough. And most people don't get nearly enough since their childhood, probably, when their body just was screaming out and grabbing anything that had starch or sugar in it. So counting calories or obsessing about a certain number on the scale, obsessing about a certain amount of calorie intake, it's really not going to drive your production up. It's really not going to put your mood up, in my opinion. Over time, like, I'm at this point now where I don't need to count calories to know if I'm in a good place or not. I just get up and make sure that I check things off the list. Oh, hydrate. Okay, great. Oh, bowel movement. Great. Okay, carbs, sugar, sweet, hydrating. That's what I need. That's what every single person needs. I'm not going, I need coffee and, oh, you know what? I just really don't want to do what I have to do today. I'm just going to avoid all the things that I have to do because I just want to crawl in bed and be by myself. And I want someone else to do it for me. It's not going to get you very far. And it's because you are lacking something. And it's not tracking. It's not having it on MyFitnessPal or whatever. Or AI. I don't know. There's this new app that if you take a picture of your food, it's supposed to count your calories, apparently. And I told my brother, he is supposed to run a marathon in 1 month. In 1 month. And I was like, wow. So I said, oh, I brought some Indian food over, and I said, you better be eating that rice, because that's what you need to run. You need to carb up. And he goes, oh, I'm not running for a month, so I don't need carbs right now. And I said, no, that's wrong. You absolutely need 100% more carbs than you've ever had in your life right now, because if you plan on completing 42 kilometers, or I think that's what the marathon is, it ain't gonna be by losing sleep, having alcohol once in a while, not getting a little bit too much protein, a little bit too much stress, taking on too many jobs, shuffling too many things, and not having any place to put the pots on the stove. Manage your stove, manage your life by carbing the F up. So yeah, it's like I'm wearing these glasses. I feel as though I'm wearing these glasses. I have this extra sense, just because I've had enough rest, just because I've hydrated, just because I've had enough carbs, just because I prioritize fitness as something that's very, very important in my life. Those are the things that allow me to come from a calm, collected state, which most people would like, especially women, who are the more emotional of the two. Men think, women feel, for the most part. Of course, there's exceptions, and everybody has feelings, but for the most part, women engage and make decisions off of feelings. And men think. They think, they ponder, and then they make decisions. So, if you want to be calm and collected while you're making decisions throughout your day, while you're checking off the lists on the tasks of whatever you got to do, you got to make sure you're carved up. And I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. I'm on the road here. It's going to be a few stops. I'm going to have to use the restroom a bit, because why? Because I'm hydrating while I'm here. I've got applesauce, I've got mangoes, I've got apple juice, I've got fruit snacks, I've got water. So yeah, I'm gonna be super hydrated, super carved up for this ride. And this is about a 6-hour drive. And the more south I go, the more traffic is going to be. So at the end of my trip, I'm gonna have to be aware. I'm going to have to be conscious of the other drivers around me who just finished their week. It's Friday and it's the weekend and they finished work. So everybody's got a plan. Everyone's got places to be, people to see. So in any case, the point of this is counting calories, counting all these things, trying to plan everything out, trying to shuffle everything about. What are you going to do today? What are you going to do right now to prepare yourself for what you have ahead? Do what's in front of you right now, today. It's not a week from now. It's not a month from now. It's not like, oh yeah, I want to lose 30 pounds. Well, if you want to lose 30 pounds, you're going to have to do something today about it. It's not going to be something like magical in the future that just like click happens and it's all done. You're going to need to do something today. And then when you wake up tomorrow, don't go, oh, you know what, I carved up yesterday, so today I'm just going to do whatever I want. It doesn't work like that. You're going to build and build and build and build. You got to sweep the temple every day. Doesn't matter that the temple was cleaned yesterday. You're going to have to sweep it again today, because that's the only way it's going to be clean. You are your temple. Clean your temple every single day. Carb up, hydrate, fitness, rest. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Leave your comments and questions down below. Let me know.